What up, burnt ones? This is the Sunburnt podcast where we talk about comedy and tropical travel. Today we are getting into why Americans keep coming back to their same favorite vacation destinations. A passenger that got stuck in a water slide on a cruise ship sounds horrifying. We're talking about more world records, we're talking about vacation rules, and we're digging into more long-lost facts from Jimmy Buffett's life. To my right is one of my best friends in comedy. You know him from Netflix and his amazing stand-up special, Move Closer. It's Philadelphia's own Chip Chantry.
And over here to my left is Emmy Award-winning writer, producer, and the man who is single-handedly spearheading the movement of adult trick-or-treating, Mr. Thomas O'Brien.
If you don't want to be tricked and you just like a treat, stay here watching the Sunburnt podcast where we talk about comedy and tropical travel. Stay tuned. Front desk.
Hi, this is Mr. Chantry in room 308. I'm trying to work my thermostat. I'd like the room temperature to be below 70 degrees.
Okay, that's no problem.
But higher than 68 degrees.
Oh, so you want it to be...
Say it.
I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
Chip!
Tommy.
It is episode 33 of the Sunburnt podcast. We are 55 days away from Chip Chantry's Thanksgiving in Paradise, our Waikiki day before Thanksgiving comedy blowout at the Blue Note Jazz Club in Waikiki.
I'm so psyched. I can't believe we're less than 2 months out. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be in Hawaii in a jazz club. That's the classiest place on earth, a jazz club in Hawaii.
It's such a beautiful venue, too. Like, I see pictures of it online every once in a while. I'm just like, that is where Chip Chantry belongs. And if you're going to be in Hawaii for the Thanksgiving week, come on out. We got tickets at sunburntpodcast.com and at bluenotehawaii.com. Do not just Google it and go to the resale. There's like 100 different pages they're selling tickets to this thing, resale tickets, and they are doing crazy markups, and there's still some tickets left available. So go on the website, get them now. You will not regret it. It will be an amazing way to kick off your day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a better place to spend a week period, much less a holiday with a bunch of fun people who are having fun in the sun and laughing under the bright lights at night.
Let's make it happen, Tommy.
How was your weekend, man? What'd you get into?
Dude, I had a crazy busy weekend. It was a lot of fun. Saw some family, did some family stuff.
Ooh.
And then continued to teach my stand-up comedy class. I have 2 simultaneous stand-up classes that I'm teaching right now.
That's a double barrel, baby.
It's a lot of juggling, but it's a lot of fun. And then we ended up getting some great free tickets to go see the Phils game on Sunday. So Kim and I went to the Phils game. We had great seats. We were like right behind home plate. Beautiful day. Last game of the season, of the regular season.
Wow.
And had a blast. And then, Tommy, I got to tell you, I don't want to talk about last weekend. I want to talk about next weekend.
Let's talk about next weekend.
Because it just fell into my lap. I didn't know if I was going to do it. But sometimes you got a vacation when you're at home.
Yeah, staycay.
Staycay. I just, from my buddy Brian, who you know, I just got a ticket to go see Goose.
Oh, my gosh.
At the Mann Music Center in Philadelphia this coming Saturday. So,
wow.
Daddy's going to see Goose again. We saw him at MSG back in June.
Yeah, those guys are just on a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Is this the same place that you saw Fish?
I did. Yeah, I've seen. That was the first place I've seen Fish. I've seen Fish there many times, and I just saw them there in July. Yeah, it's the Mann Music Center, beautiful outdoor amphitheater in Philadelphia. It's still technically in Philadelphia, but you feel like you're in the woods. But then when you're up top, you can see the skyline of the city. It's just it's a gorgeous place.
Dude, that's amazing. Is anybody else from the crew going?
Yeah, a lot of the guys from that you met up at the little Goose Crew, Goose Suit.
They're goosed up a little bit.
They're goosed up a little. We're goosing them up. What are you doing? So a couple of the guys from the crew that you know, and man, I'm psyched to be going. So yeah, how about you? How's your weekend?
That's so fun. It was great, dude.
Yeah,
went to like this art show of just local artists here in Los Angeles.
Talk about classy jazz clubs in Hawaii and art shows in Los Angeles.
Well, we were the ones that brought a baby to an art show and treated a bunch of people wearing monocles to a first-class meltdown.
Your daughter does not like Impressionism at all.
No. She's like, why doesn't it look like the thing it's supposed to look like? That's what she kept screaming. And she called people hacks and losers and wannabes.
Yep.
They had like this big exhibit set up where it was like a 40-foot wide, basically, page out of a coloring book.
Okay.
And anybody could grab this a bucket of markers and like try and color some stuff in.
Sure.
She went nuts for it, dude.
Hog wild.
She went hog wild. She was grabbing all the markers and just kind of like, scribbling on things.
Did she give her a little John Hancock on anything else?
She definitely wanted to.
Yeah.
Right next to it is a booth where the cheapest piece of art is $5,000.
Yeah, that artist probably didn't think that one out or wasn't super excited.
Or is it entrapment?
Yeah.
Like nobody's going to buy this, but a guilty parent whose kid just damaged this thing might have to fork me over some money.
Maybe that's the way to do it. Okay, see, this is an artist with a plan, maybe. I like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of artists and plans, I will say this. I have not been to many art museums in Los Angeles. I will say that.
Okay.
Of my experience of the art museums in Los Angeles, too many lampposts out front. Way too many lampposts. Just, I feel like whoever designed the outside of it was not very logistical. I don't think they used their resources wisely. You could have had, I'm going to say 1/10 of the amount of lampposts outside of that art museum, and you would have been just fine.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's just an example of government corruption.
Is that what it is? Just overspending. Pork. A lot of pork.
A lot of pork. It was just like the lamppost guy had a cousin in the building, added a couple of zeros to that lamppost order.
It's big lamppost. That's what's happening, Thomas. I saw it happen in Los Angeles. It's going to happen in museums all across America. That's why we should get rid of art museums, because it's just going to be lamppost after lamppost.
Everybody has the internet. You can look at that art without being infected by the lamppost disease that's just running rampant through all these communities, dude.
But I am excited. I'm going to be spending some time in LA, which it's been a little while, and we're spending the weekend there before we head out to good old Hawaii. We're going to be tourists, I think. Like, my wife and I want to be cool, but like when we come back to LA, like we are tourists to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're not going to apologize.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. I still feel like a tourist.
I think we're going to go to Musso and Frank. I mean, because it's just, why not?
Interesting thing about Musso and Frank, you can order squab. Have you ever heard of squab?
Is that like a bird?
It's straight up a pigeon.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
It's like, at what point was that a delicacy that's still on a menu somewhere?
Trust me, I've walked Hollywood Boulevard many times. It's a delicacy.
Maybe it's a delicacy compared to what's going on there. Another question, I don't even think you've thought about this yet, but you are going to be coming back to Philadelphia the week after Thanksgiving with an abnormal tan.
Yeah.
For your environment. Like, how do you feel about that? Are you ready for that kind of attention?
I'm going to rub it in. It's going to be I'm definitely going to have to go to an Eagles game, whip off the jersey, and show that golden bronze to all of South Philadelphia.
It is fun. It's like I can feel my tan, the color I get from the summer is fading a little bit right now. We've got about 8 weeks until we're going to be there. Going to get a couple of shades lighter. But when I come back, even in Los Angeles, coming back from a week in Hawaii on Thanksgiving week, you really feel like I'm the sun-kissed one here. In any room you go into, you are the sun-kissed.
By the way, the Sun-Kissed podcast, that is our After Hours podcast. And let's just say there's a paywall.
Yeah, there's a paywall, and we talk Frenching.
A lot of Frenching. That's one of my favorite words, by the way.
Frenching?
It's one of the funniest words, I think. When somebody talks about that, it's like Frenching is, as a verb, is one of the things I'll always giggle at.
I remember being like maybe in late elementary school, and one of my friends had a big sister who was like maybe a junior in high school or something like that.
How big was she?
7'8".
Okay, good.
Very tall drink of water. But she was dating this dude, and I don't know why. I just remember this guy, like, we were all like kind of in the living room hanging out because, it's just commingling of different age groups.
Never a good idea.
It can get dicey for sure.
Yeah.
But one of the friends asked him, have you guys ever French kissed?
Oh, man.
Without hesitation, he just told a bunch of children, like, oh, hell yeah. I don't know why. I still remember that. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Definitely French. I'm Frenching that 7'8" girl. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's got to get a ladder. Get a ladder to climb up to the top of that tree.
Just a lot of open mouth, wearing a beret.
Yeah, a little climb that Eiffel Tower.
Rubbing that mime makeup all over each other. Yeah. That's what French kissing is, right? That's what it is.
Yeah, it's when two mimes kiss.
Two mimes just rub their face paint together.
Gray everywhere, Chip.
When it comes to Frenching, every area is a gray area. Yeah. But by the way, speaking of Frenching and getting a tan
my gosh.
And having gray face paint all over, I think it's time to put on a little sunscreen, baby.
I know I say it every week, but I am always so pleased when we do this.
Yeah.
Whew. Now we can get it started, Chip.
Now we're on to something, Tommy.
Oh, my God.
We're in vacation mode right now. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's jump in. Should we talk about these Americans, Tommy?
Let's talk about what Americans are doing.
Oh, they're doing the same old thing over and over again. Because if it ain't broke, Thomas, just keep on doing it.
There was a big survey, right?
Yes, about 2,000 Americans were surveyed, and 1 in 3 have said that they go to the same destination every year, every time they go on vacation. So that's, roughly about 30% say they always go to the same exact place on vacation.
How do you feel about that? What does that make you think immediately?
A number of things, because I am both for and against. Like my gut instinct, my knee-jerk reaction is like, just ugly Americans. Get some culture.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else than just Disney World or wherever. It's like, go somewhere else. But at the same time, I have a couple of haunts that I love to go to.
Yeah.
Every year. So it's like there is, and we have reasons here that they give of like why they do that. And so it definitely hits home because like I love to travel the world. I love to find new even just like destinations like in America, even in Pennsylvania here, like finding like new little nooks and crannies. Like I love exploring, but then there is something beautiful about going back to that home away from home. How about you?
I feel the exact same way. I feel like if you are lucky enough to get to do a couple of things during the year, I'm always going to have a mix of stuff I've done before and can't wait to do again, and then brand new adventures. I think that's the way to mix it up. But if I have to choose one, if I can only do one, especially at this point in my life where I've got like a young child and a wife and, pretty set work schedules, I think I take the relaxing trip to the place I've been before.
Say with me, Tempe, Arizona.
I do basically every year we do the Joe Dirt tour where we see all the locations they shot Joe Dirt at. At the end, they kind of let you put on the wig,
which is so much fun for the kids.
It's so much fun. Oh, it's so fun to see the baby and the Joe Dirt wig. You get to ask people what's crappening and relive a lot of favorite moments from that particular feature film, which I do love. Yeah. And we're just it's Tempe, baby.
Yeah.
It's Tempe time.
It's Tempe time. Well, no, and that is one of the things that you talk about, a man at the stage of your life with a daughter. They said one of the big reasons that people do like going back to the same places is nostalgia. Either nostalgia for themselves or especially once that they're parents.
Yeah.
They want to give their kid the same experience that they had growing up.
Yeah.
So we want to take them to Disney, or we want to take, like for us here in Philly, it's like the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Like, basically everybody in my neighborhood, like my neighborhood just literally gets on a bus every summer and goes down to Wildwood, New Jersey for a week. Like it just South Philly just goes down to Wildwood. We go to Ocean City, a little quieter, and a little closer. But again, it's like that's not even a real tradition for me, or it wasn't growing up. But like just in the last maybe 10, 15 years, we've had like family members who have gone there. So it just becomes a tradition that we like. And we do have our favorite little spots. We try to find some new stuff every time, but it's like, no, we're here for a week or we're here for a couple days and we want to relive these things that we love.
Yeah, no, I think it's also like the dream of having the beach house, like the family beach house that everybody can share memories at and spend like a significant amount of time during the summer at. Something I've never had the luxury of by any means, but like I get it. I see the appeal. And I also, there's certain times of the year that I do certain trips and do certain things. And I really look forward to those things all year. I mean, half of the memories that I pack into a whiff of this, I'm just looking to relive, the next chance I get.
But there is something so beautiful about going to a brand new place that you've never been. And even better than exploring a new place you've never been is to coming back home and showing all of your friends and family how much more cultured you are than they are.
Yeah, how much better you are than they are.
How much better you are as a human being, how much more self-worth you have than they do, how much trash they are, and how you are worldly because you went to one of the most exotic destinations in all of the world, the Hilton Resort in Punta Cana.
Ooh, Punta Cana.
Right? See, you are a world traveler, Thomas.
Well, I think traveler, I think that's a good distinction to make here, because I think there's two different veins. For me, there's vacation, which is generally a beach with not a heavy itinerary. And then there's traveling, which is a place I've never been before, to experience the culture, see new sights, and really embrace everything that traveling is, like the reasons you do it.
To be honest, that's part of the reason you've gotten asked to leave a lot of countries, because you embrace a little too much.
Yeah. And, no, I do.
The locals don't feel comfortable with the way that you do it.
Well, it's also why I got kicked out of the NBA. There was too much traveling.
Way too much traveling. Just one foot after another, Tommy. You see, you can't do it. I mean, you were a globetrotter for a few months, but that didn't last either.
I have to legally say I was never invited to be a globetrotter. I just kind of followed them around and tried to hoop it up with them. Wore my red, whites, and blues, and got asked to leave a lot of civic centers.
A lot of civic centers you were asked to go. But a couple other reasons why people say that. So it's familiarity and comfort. Yep. That's why these people do it, because it is a comforting thing, because it is, if you're working all year and then you just need a break, it's like you don't need to go to that new place where you don't know how it's going to be or what's going to happen. It's like, oh, I can just go to the shore house, or I can go to this theme park.
That's a vacation. Its primary goal is relaxation.
Exactly. And they did say that beachgoers and theme park visitors, they are the most likely to go back to the same place.
That completely makes sense to me.
Yeah. And another thing too is, again, so much so that when you go to a place so often, like I'll say this, like we've been going to the Jersey Shore more recently, but I grew up going to Maine, this little town, and one of the things that they mentioned was that if people go year after year, they start to feel like locals there.
Right.
And they're more in touch with the community. They might know people there. They feel more a part of it, rather than I'm an outsider in this land. It's like, oh, I'm coming back to this place that I know, and I do feel a part of this community because I do come back time after time.
Feeling like you belong is a very powerful thing. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's like there is also, I can speak to the opposite of it. When I go places where they truly don't speak English and I don't speak their language, that is a very different feeling type of trip.
Right.
For me. It's like, and I can't, most places do speak English pretty well, but like, especially if you get outside of the main city centers, like we were in the north of Portugal one time, and it was like the first time I remember truly like English not being helpful and getting anywhere.
You know, I'll be honest with you, like I haven't been many places where that is the case.
Yeah.
I was in Prague for a while, which was great. It was like maybe the most beautiful place I've ever seen. But luckily we had two friends who were living over in Prague for a few years, so they acted as our tour guides, but most people could get around some English, which was great. And you are talking about Portugal the country,
not Portugal the man.
Not the man. Okay, I just want to make sure, because I think he speaks fluent English, especially in his northern part.
Is it a man? Is Portugal the man a man?
I mean, I think it's a number of men, maybe some women. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what songs, and I'm hearing a female voice in my head. I don't know a ton about the band.
Okay, maybe it is. I just always assumed it was more of a falsetto.
Oh.
So by the way, another thing that I thought was interesting, they said that road trippers, people who take road trips.
Okay, road dogs.
Do you think that they are more likely to go to the same places or to different places?
I think road trippers go to different places.
They do, because you got the freedom. I love. By the way, Thomas, I
Yeah.
gotta say, as excited as I am to go to Hawaii, I'm super pumped.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy loves a road trip. It's just because you have the freedom.
Yep.
You don't have to let anybody know where you're going. You might not know where you're going. You're like, let's just head west today. Let's go north.
Dude.
And you have all the time in the world. You find these little nooks and crannies. You're eating
Yeah.
at diners and these off the road, off the beaten path kind of places. That's my kind of vacay.
I do love a road trip, and I think we've been saving. Me and my wife, we have been saving up the Grand Canyon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I really want to see the Grand Canyon, but we were just like, this is going to be such an easy one to do when we have a family, when we have kids, that we just kept pushing it back. We're just like, right now, let's go do the things we can't easily take a child to.
Right.
But I'm excited for that, and I'm also excited for Hawaii because we do have like a day or two set that will be very road trippish.
See, that's what I love.
We've got the big Suburban rented to get a couple of people around, and we are going all around that island, baby. And I'm so excited to show you because like it's Oahu's a place I've been a bunch of times, one of my favorite places on the planet. And I'm very excited to show you a couple of these places.
See, that's another great point too. I love like when people would come up to Maine with us.
Yeah.
Like for the first time, it's like I get to a certain extent maybe like having a kid, but like seeing it through their eyes, like for the first time, and they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this is real." And yes, that is a lot of fun. I think I might, depending on my mood, depending on how the shows go.
Yeah.
I may be rather in a foul mood the entire time we're driving. And like, you're like, hey, look at this volcano. You're like, yeah, whatever. It's just a mountain with a hole in it. I get it, Thomas. And just like ruin that aspect of it for you. Where you're like, hey, look, isn't this beach the most beautiful thing you've seen? I'm like, I've been to water parks before, Thomas. I get it.
Well, maybe we'll take different cars, Chip. I didn't think about that.
Maybe that's okay. Maybe we'll have to.
A lot of it's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it's a choice, and we've talked about it before. How like I didn't know how to be on vacation until I had been on a tropical vacation. Like it literally wasn't till there was this moment I had in football, like when I was in junior high, and it was like first day of practice, first day in the pads, and I thought I was like doing really well and getting after it, and then somebody hit me as hard as they actually could.
Like there was fun.
Yeah, and but I realized like, oh, like I can go as hard as I possibly can. Like that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Like I can just change this thing and hit people as hard as they were. And I think that's how I can approach vacations now. It's like you get a certain mindset that you unlock, and it's like I know how to do this now. I am relaxing as hard as I can. I am enjoying as hard as I can. I am putting out of my mind right now that I was just screaming at a front desk person because even though I flew all the way to Hawaii and booked this room 6 months ago, they gave my room away to somebody else.
Right.
And now we are staying in the basement next to the coin-operated washer and dryer. I can put that out of my head now and still have a good time. I mean, I did lose 4 or 5 hours being furious, but I can put it out of my head and have a good time because I've unlocked that level of vacationing power.
See, I love it. I'm very excited. And there is that switch can flip. Like when I was even just up in Portland, Maine, a couple of weeks ago, like I was up there for a day or so. I had a show to do.
Yeah.
So you're kind of in work mode and whatever. And then that show was over and just
boom.
It was like, oh, wow. I woke up the next morning. I was like, oh, it's vacation time for the next 5 days. And it was the best.
Yeah. Dude, it's going to be so awesome. We're also going to figure out, like, there will be the show and we'll be doing a lot of fun stuff, but we will be filming a lot of things we're doing. And I think we're also going to, do an on location or two podcast while we're there.
It could be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun, but it's going to be an interesting mix because I've never done that before. So we'll see how that comes together, but I don't know. And speaking of like showing you around different places and how that was fun, we weren't there together, but I remember being in Dingle, Ireland, and connecting with you over text. And I don't even think I knew you had been to Ireland yet, but you're just like, oh, dude, if you go to Dingle, you got to stop at the Kennedy.
Yep.
That bar there. And I was just like, literally, I'm like, we're going to Dingle tomorrow. Like,
Wild.
put it on the list. And me and Alex
Yeah.
went there and had just an amazing evening in that dark, moody little bar in Dingle, Ireland. And it was all thanks to your former experience, because it was on a street we weren't going to wander down by ourselves, Chip.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny how either on purpose or just by accident, I know about 4 or 5 different couples now who have been to Kennedy Pub in Dingle, Ireland.
Yeah.
Like that tiny little pub on a tiny little street in a tiny little town.
Oh.
And I have friends who either I've told to go there like you,
Yeah.
or a couple that just sent a picture. I was like, are you in Dingle right now? And I was like, are you in Kennedy? And they're like, yeah. How did you know that?
Didn't you, Blake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just went.
Blake Wexler was just there. Yeah.
A stand-up comedian.
Doing the Dingle run.
I love it. Love a Dingle run.
Love a Dingle run.
Don't love their berries.
Not as much. Speaking of things dangling off of other things,
Great segue.
I think it's time to talk about a very serious topic.
Okay.
If this was a Netflix documentary, there would be a warning up at the top corner, flashing up in the top corner. It would just be like, danger, trauma, water park shenanigans.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, just FYI, if any of that bothers you, you may want to, I hate to lose viewers, but turn off the podcast immediately if water park trauma is something that you can't handle right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's serious. We got a slide malfunction, right?
Yes and no. We had more of a lady malfunction, I think is what it was.
Ooh, I've caused many of those in my career.
Well,
but there is this video went viral of a woman, right, getting stuck.
Yes.
We got to gender everybody, baby.
Yes.
It's part of great storytelling. Getting stuck
inside of a male water slide.
That's rough stuff. It's normally the other way around, biologically. Yeah. But like stuck inside this water slide that is just jettisoning off the side of the ship. So like just over open water, 100 some feet above the water level below, just stuck in a slide, and everybody's sitting there filming it and watching in kind of abject horror.
Right. So we all know that some cruise ships have water slides, and this water slide is basically just a tube that is clear for the most part, and it juts out 11 feet out past the deck. So it's like, you know, you're on the deck, and then it goes 11 feet out, and then it drops 159 feet down to the ocean below. And this lady got stuck in this basically hamster tube.
Yeah.
This hamster tube of the high seas. And she's just laying there on her back, writhing around, stuck in a tube, trying to go this way or that. And then it's the way I think about it is, okay, this is what will go through my head of my anxiety. It's like, if I was at a water park and I got stuck in a water slide, the worst thing that probably happens is that a worker will have to like take a ladder and get me out somehow, right?
Yeah.
And I have to take the ladder walk of shame down. There's no ladders. Like it's just you're stuck, and then you drop 159 feet, and you're in the middle of the ocean. It's walking the plank in the most whimsical way possible.
I know. It's trapdooring the plank.
So I did a little research. So apparently they don't know exactly what cruise line it was. People have the sleuths are out there, Thomas. They believe it's a Norwegian cruise line.
I've seen some people. We don't have. This is allegedly. Some people have gone out there and done their own research, which we always support, whether it's a cruise malfunction, a vaccine, a health mandate. Do your own research.
Exactly. That sound stage that you showed me that time, Thomas, where they filmed the moon landing.
Yeah. You got to check it out.
So apparently what this slide does, it's literally like basically a loop-de-loop slide where you go down, you have to go down and then up. The world doesn't need water slides that go up, Thomas. I'm just going to say it right now. I'm taking a stand All water slides should use gravity
Yeah.
and just go downward, young man. Rivers don't flow upstream.
I don't even know how that would work. I'm trying to think of like the physics of a water slide going up, and I just keep thinking like, well, that's how you fill part of a tube fully with water and drown a bunch of people.
Right. Yeah. Now, and I will say this. This has happened before because as I did some research, I definitely found some other videos of the same type of thing. I think what set this woman apart was this lady's writhing and just literally floundering around, not knowing what to do, not trying to figure it out.
She went full ray gun in there.
She 100% did. So what this thing does, it's like it shoots you down, and then you're supposed to take that velocity, and then it's supposed to carry you back up to another peak that then brings you back down. Okay? So she, I guess, just didn't have enough force, or let's just say maybe had too much gravity working against her, where she got up to the top, but not far enough, and then slid back down. Whew. And then you're just stuck at the bottom of this see-through plastic tube where you're just dangling over the ocean.
And water is just rushing against your back, I'm guessing.
To a certain extent, it didn't seem like there was a lot of water at this point. So it's not like she's getting waterboarded in there or anything, because that might actually help. But so she's on her back, wiggling around, trying to slide up. Now, apparently, there is a fix because I saw other videos of this happening to people.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was ladies it was happening to a lot, because I think maybe they're lighter weight, so then they don't have that force. But there are these escape hatches. So basically, if you're down at the bottom of the U, all you have to do is slide back a little bit, and then there will be a man that opens up a little hatch.
Yeah.
And you step right out, and you're fine. Because they're expecting this to happen to some people. It's not going to happen to everybody. This lady just, I don't think, had the wherewithal to get about 5 feet back to that hatch, and is just wiggling around in abject horror, trying to not be shark food, is what she's trying not to do.
The claustrophobia alone.
At that point, I'd almost want to just fall in the ocean and then have them have to send out a search and rescue team for me, rather than being stuck dangling over the ocean with every other passenger on the ship taking video of me.
You're all the center of attention. You're already a little embarrassed, and you're terrified.
I mean,
that's a terrible burrito of feelings.
You're then stuck on that cruise ship with everybody else for the rest of the trip. You can't win a limbo contest out of this. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You're not going to be the lady who won the limbo contest and also got stuck in the water slide. You're the water slide lady.
Yeah.
Who also did something else.
Yeah. At that point, something has to happen to you so horrific that you get your own Netflix documentary to not be the water slide lady in that cruise community that's been built over the week.
I would watch a 3-part Netflix documentary about water slide lady. 100%.
I think Netflix would make a 3-part documentary about water slide lady.
But you're not committing to watching it.
No. It's just they're stretching it, Chip.
Yeah, they are.
We're talking about a viral clip that is 45 seconds long.
Yes.
They would do a 3-parter on it.
Yeah, they would. Yes, they would.
It's simply too much.
Hey, it's water slide lady's 2nd grade teacher. Well, one time she got stuck under her desk when we were playing a game, and that's what it would be like. I just take the 1,000-foot view of this.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this over. Just going back through time, Thomas. Imagine somebody like Magellan.
Yeah.
Coming to the future and seeing this happen.
What is the state of ocean navigation in the future?
The man, I don't think he circumnavigated the globe, but his ship did, because I think he died in a battle or something like that. But he figured out the Strait of Magellan, got through South America,
around the Cape of Good Hope.
Yeah, from the Atlantic to the Pacific. And I mean, he just did great things with I'm sure it was a beautiful ship, but I mean, obviously from I want to say 1500s, maybe. No, probably earlier than that. I forget. I wish I knew more about Magellan's time frame, but it was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was before the 1970s. I know that for a fact.
Let's confidently say 1486.
Great. And he navigated the globe, or at least a big part of it, And then he just sees just a housewife from Michigan
Yeah.
stuck in a hamster tube, dangling off the biggest ship that he's ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, how in awe, and then just, I think that's what it would be. Magellan would come from the past.
Yeah.
He would see this amazing Norwegian cruise line ship and be like, this is 30 times the size of my ship that I traveled the world in.
Yeah.
I am seeing things I cannot comprehend. And then, oh yeah, there's Debbie from Phoenix.
Yeah.
Who's wiggling around in a tube. Yeah, I don't need to stay in this reality. And he would head back to the 1500s.
Yeah, why not? Well, his biggest problem there is scurvy, right?
Yeah.
Trying to eat some limes. He's like, oh, you're making it too complicated.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to build water slides that you can get stuck in.
No. I saw a cruise ship without a water slide recently, and I was like, that's the cruise ship that I want. That's the one that I'll go on. I don't necessarily have a problem with water slides, but I don't need it on a cruise ship. I will say this. I think, not to get into disasters, Thomas, but I think the sinking of the Titanic, we've all seen the movie.
Yeah.
I think the sinking of the Titanic would have been a lot funnier if there were water slides on that ship.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel a lot less sympathy for people who are traveling on a water slided ship.
Right. It's like this young couple that are floating on a door to live, right?
Yeah.
There are these amazing musicians, this string quartet that's just playing this beautiful song. They know that they're going to their demise.
Yeah.
There are women and children rushing to these the lifeboats.
Yeah.
There are people that are just going through absolute agony. No, just going into the freezing water. And then there's just one dude at the top of Tycoon Lagoon. And he's like, hey, there's not a line. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to do it. I mean, I think that's I think that would have made the Titanic a little bit less, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But imagine, worst comes to worst. Let's say something happened to this lady. Apparently she's fine. She was in a 30-second video and now she's okay. But imagine having to be the local authorities or the cruise line itself having to call home to tell a loved one that one of their family members has just perished aboard a cruise ship, and then having to break that news. Like, we are so sorry to tell you, Mr. Anderson. Let's play that out real quick. You're Mr. Anderson.
Okay.
You're Mr. Anderson.
Okay.
And you pick up the phone and say hello.
All right. Front desk.
No, you're not. You're not
joking,
working now.
I'm joking.
You're not working. You're at home now, Thomas. So we now know the backstory of the front desk guy. He just lost his sister in a freak accident. So go ahead, Thomas. You're at home from the hotel. You're having a great day. You just cracked open a beer. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, is this Mr. Anderson?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, this is Mr. Anderson. You have a sister named Patty?
Yeah. What's up with Patty?
So my name is Roy Wiggler with Norwegian Cruise Lines. And unfortunately, I do have some unfortunate news to share with you, sir.
What's going on?
Unfortunately, we lost your sister Patty. She is.
Wait,
she is no
what do you
longer
mean
with us.
lost?
She has perished on the cruise ship, and we offer our deepest sympathies. And when we redock in the United States, we can have you identify the body and take all the matters that you need to, and it is our deepest sympathies.
Patty's gone?
Yes.
And did you say your name was Wiggler?
Yes, Wiggler. Yeah. No, okay. Wait, now, real quick, ask me oh my God, take a guess as to what happened on the cruise ship.
Well, did she drown? What happened?
Well, she didn't actually drown. The good news is she didn't fall off the cruise ship.
She didn't fall. What happened?
Okay. Have you ever seen a hamster tube before?
Yeah.
And see, that's where you get them. You get them with the fun hamster tube. So you ever see a hamster tube? She got stuck in the hamster tube, and she's actually still there. We actually, unfortunately, had to we had to close down that water slide for the rest of the week. So not only are you going through grief, but also those women and children and men who really wanted to go on the Whirlwind Typhoon slide can't do it because Patty is stuck in the tube right
now. I can see that's a challenging phone call to make, Chip.
Very challenging phone call. But I think we did it with aplomb. I think that's the important part.
Absolutely. It reminds me of the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the one from back in the day. Where
I was thinking the same thing. Augustus Gloop.
Yeah.
He's stuck in the chocolate river, and he's just waiting to pop up.
What's going to happen to him now, Uncle or Grandpa Joe? Well, have you ever seen a bullet shoot out of a gun? Something along those lines.
It is one of my favorite movies, man.
It was my favorite movie growing up.
A strange recluse of a man murdering children. All for fun.
But also providing wonderful candies.
Yeah. That's all you need. By the way, not to go to a dark place, but and I'm not going to get into too much. We actually, this weekend, one of the things we finished was we just watched a 3-part Netflix documentary about a crazy, horrific thing that happened on a cruise ship a number of years ago. So if you know what I'm talking about, you just look up on Netflix. Wild cruise ship story. I will say that.
Yeah, no, we've talked about this one on the podcast before. Me and my wife.
We just finished it.
Watched it back-to-back days. Really insane. And speaking of, like, we were talking about people perishing on a cruise ship and how that would be weird. I think every cruise ship has to have a morgue in it.
Yeah.
For that occasion. Just, they don't talk about it. It's not something that's advertised, but like they all have a big old freezy that you can put a human body in if you need to.
Yeah, because I mean, what else are you going to do with it? Yeah. It's like burial at sea or whatever. I will say this. Not to get into this too much, but not to give it away, but I think people know the ending where there's not really a culmination or an easy way a nice, pretty way to wrap that story up. So there are potential villains in this story, of course, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think came off the worst, though?
Oh, 100% is the bass player.
Okay, yes and no. Okay, so obviously the bass player, yes. Okay?
Yeah.
So, and spoiler alerts, I don't want to give too much away, but there was a bass player involved. So, yes, but I think who came off worse was the guy who used to be the cruise director.
Oh, really?
He was just like super dismissive and super kind of like, well, that's what we had to do, and it doesn't matter, and she's gone, and whatever. We had 2,000 other people, and they just have to have a good time. And it's just like, whoa, buddy. And then he's like, she didn't get kidnapped or anything. She jumped off or she fell off, whatever. It happens. Boing. And it's like, dude, it's like, wow. It definitely felt like it was like sort of like a company line that it was coming down. Like, you cannot say that this happened to her, that whatever. It's like, it's her fault or whatever. But man, he was like super dismissive and super, you're just like, man, that guy was my cruise director. Doesn't seem like the most fun cruise in the world.
Yeah, I bet he had to sign some pretty intense paperwork saying he'd protect the company.
Oh, definitely.
Is why you get a little bit of that. But also at the same time, like, I think just the practical person is going to be like, yeah, probably this is what happened. Like, we can keep talking about it. We can search all we want. But when somebody vanishes into thin air on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean is probably where they ended up. You know who else, just after seeing what happened, baffled me from that? The bass player's daughter, who just rolled over on Daddy with zero evidence other than, like, he used to, like, there was pictures, she found pictures of him with, like, women or something.
And then called him on the phone, again, spoiler alert, called him on the phone, like, on camera, I think without him knowing.
She had to got paid a certain amount of money. He was probably in on it.
Yeah, it's true.
Because none of it makes sense that you would just, like, with zero evidence, tell the whole world you're pretty sure your father had something to do with the disappearance of a woman with zero evidence.
That's true. And he did not incriminate himself at all. Like, if he was or was not involved, like, it wasn't like there was a like a gotcha question where he's like, well, then when I took her off the island, oops, it was not like that. He's
Yeah.
like, look, I didn't have anything to do with it. I was dancing with her earlier in the night, and that was that.
That's the problem with having those cell phone, like just recording the cell phone call. Were this the Jinx and he was mic'd up, you follow him into the restroom and then you find out what really happens. Because you know how when you're washing your hands after using the restroom, you confess to a crime?
Yeah. That's how I remember, like, especially during COVID, you would have to say, yes, I murdered that girl 30 times.
Yeah, because you're washing your hands so much.
If you just sing that song, you're just like, you have to wash your hands. Like, yes, I murdered that girl. Yes, I murdered that girl. Yes, I murdered that girl. And my hands are clean.
These hands are clean. Chip, I'm looking at the time here.
Yeah.
And we're jumping into world records, buddy.
Dude, I'm so excited.
What's your world record for the week?
All right, we're going to keep this one simple, but I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's something I think we will see in Hawaii.
Okay.
This is the world's fastest growing plant.
Whoa. Is it? Oh, I think I might know this one.
Go ahead. Let's see what it is.
My understanding is it's bamboo.
Ding, 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 Thomas.
Wop, babaloo, bop, wop, bamboo.
Bamboo. Now, I will say, there's a caveat. There's an asterisk. Bamboo is not the world's fastest growing plant. The fastest growing plant in the world is, I believe it's the giant sea kelp.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. The giant sea kelp forest.
In the water, yes. So this is the fastest growing land plant, if you will. Okay. And it is 100% bamboo, Thomas. Those bamboo shoots, they grow quickly. Do you want to take a guess how fast bamboo grows? I will say this. In inches.
Okay.
So picture a little plant growing. In inches per day, how many inches can a bamboo stick grow in a day?
A third of an inch.
A third of an inch.
Yeah.
That's a very good guess. You ready for this?
Yeah.
In a day, they have measured 35 inches per day.
So in a week, it can grow like 20 feet tall?
Yardstick a day. Isn't that wild?
That's super wild, dude.
Yeah. So that's basically a yardstick in a day. It just shoots up. The tallest ever recorded that they've seen, 130 feet tall. These bamboos, 130 feet tall.
Wow.
That's the good part of a football field. That's almost half a football field.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, dude.
That's in the tropics. In Europe and the United States, the tallest they've seen is roughly about 80 feet, anywhere from about like 60 to 90, 100 feet they've seen. So like to go up to be like 80 feet tall. They are not trees, Thomas. They are just giant grass. So it's just giant grasses. The one nice thing that they do, and by the way, like I don't know if you've heard this too, because like sometimes people, if there's a lot of water in a place or whatever, they'll plant bamboo to sort of suck up the water or to like, sure up the area. But it can be very invasive too. Like I don't know if you've seen this where they're like, I'm gonna plant a little bit of bamboo in my backyard, and then all of a sudden they are surrounded by it because it just it goes from zero to the Amazon very quickly. But the nice part about it, since it's so huge, these bamboo plants, they produce tons of oxygen and they take in tons of carbon dioxide. So they're doing good things for the earth.
Yeah, cleaning it up.
They're producing the oxygen, and so much so that it purifies the air around them. If you have enough bamboo growing, it literally purifies the air because it's producing so much oxygen, getting rid of that carbon dioxide, where if you're like hanging out for a while, you can literally get an oxygen high from some places. Just a little quick bump of some bamboo, a little bamboo bump, as I like to call it.
Yeah, nice bamboo bump.
Yeah, a little bamboo bump.
Airports for a while had like those oxygen bars where you could really get some pure O2.
Did you ever try it?
No.
No, you went up, you got a Jack and Coke, and you're like, yeah, oxygen is for chumps.
I can breathe just fine on my own for the time being.
Yes, you can. You can't breathe whiskey, Thomas. That's all I'll say.
But do you think like the older men and women who got the oxygen tanks are just riding high on that pure oxygen? Is that it? Like they're just like it's the equivalent of just being stoned.
Baby, can I get a hit of that O?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. Well, bamboo, what an impressive plant.
Yeah, I mean, just like really doing a nice thing. And also, by the way, it can not only purify the air, but it literally, if there's enough of it in the summertime, it can cool the air around it by 8 degrees. Like just by just being there, it actually cools the air down. So if you're like really hot, you walk in through some bamboo, it can actually be 8 degrees cooler than that. And final fact, Thomas.
Okay.
99% of a panda's diet is bamboo. 99% of their diet is bamboo. Do you know what the other 1% of a panda's diet is?
Arby's.
Yes, it is. It is Arby's curly fries. So that is the fastest growing bamboo plant, or fastest growing land plant is the bamboo, Thomas.
Shout out to the giant sea kelp too.
Shout out. What do you got, Thomas?
My record this week is seasonal, Chip.
Ooh, love it.
We are heading into the spooky season.
Last week I did the most seen film in other movies, which was a horror movie, The Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, and this is right in that vein. It is the most people dressed as a vampire in one place.
Wow, literally in a vein, Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, that's where they want to get into, is one of those sweet veins, Chip.
Wait, so the most people dressed as a vampire in... okay, I'm so... like, okay, I am very anti... I love Christmas. I love the holidays.
Yep.
Very anti-SantaCon. You know, when like everybody, like, all the drunk idiots dress up like Santa and run around, terrorize the city, and then they go back to the suburbs.
Yeah.
I don't need that. But a bunch of people dressed like vampires, I need to hear more.
Okay. It was set in 2022. Okay. And do you want to venture a guess at how many people came together dressed as vampires to create this record?
I'm going to say 666.
Ooh, Chip. That's a very Halloweenish number.
Yep.
And you're under halfway there.
Whoa.
It was 1,369 people dressed as bloodsuckers to celebrate the 125th anniversary of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
It was set up by English Heritage UK at Whitby Abbey, a location that Bram was inspired by for the book itself. And it was pretty specific how they had to behave to set the record.
Okay.
Everybody had to wear black trousers, a skirt, or a dress.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody must be wearing black shoes. You had to wear a waistcoat and shirt, a black cape or collared overcoat, and everybody had to have their own set of fangs.
BYOF, buddy. BYOF.
And the good people of the good book had to check every person to make sure that they were in compliance, and everybody had to be in full garb together for 5 minutes. So, like, they had to check everybody, make sure everybody was good, and that could not have been a quick process.
No.
And then nobody could leave, and they all had to stay there once everybody was checked in for 5 minutes together to count as the largest gathering.
Honestly, Thomas, that's easy. Because you know what you do? You just play the Monster Mash twice.
Oh, yeah, you do the mash, they do the mushroom. And these people are not worried about wasting a couple of hours because they're technically immortal, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. 5 minutes is nothing to them. They live forever, Thomas.
Yeah, and this record replaced the previous record that was set in 2011 in Virginia, where 1,039 people came together with very similar settings.
Imagine being one of those dummies in Virginia who their story that they've dined out on since 2011 is like, well, you know, I'm part of Guinness Book of World Records, dressed like a vampire with 1,000 other people and have the record. And then just right at the end of COVID, just got squashed.
World records are fleeting, Chip. And if you got
really
one right now and you're watching the pod, cherish it. Hold on to it.
Yeah, hold on to it.
Because like so many things on this mortal coil, they are not forever.
If you love a Guinness Book of World Record, set it free.
I agree, buddy.
That's a great one, Thomas. That is such a fun one.
That's world records. We are on to vacation rules, Chip. The Sunburnt podcast. We've done, as much traveling as we've done, and we've come up with some rules to live by when it comes to being on the road, when it comes to being on vacation, when it comes to traveling to a new destination. What's your rule for this week, Chip?
Thomas, vacation rule 254.
Ooh.
If you're sharing a hotel room, the bathroom is a sacred space. It's standing room only in there. Hotel lobbies have restrooms for a very specific reason. Use it accordingly. Nothing has saved more friendships and marriages than a hotel lobby restroom. That's where you go to do terrible, terrible things.
So no twos in the room.
Be number one. No twos in the room.
I think that's apt. I mean, I think another thing about a lobby restroom, Chip, like, I don't think any other type of restrooms got me out of more jams while being abroad. Like, you can pretty much walk into any hotel and walk into the lobby restroom, no questions asked.
Yes. Yeah. If you're walking with a purpose, they're not going to stop you for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Also, I will say, for the most part, most hotel lobby restrooms very clean.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Usually a lot of tile, even some like marble sometimes in some nice, high-end places. It's a nice respite.
It's the rest area of the foot traveler.
It is. It is the truck stop. It is a pedestrian truck stop.
It's how business gets done. And I've taken many an emergency relief sessions in a nice hotel lobby restroom. Yep. But you're taking it one step further. You say, keep it out of the room.
Yeah.
Bring the boom boom down to the lobby.
Bring the boom boom to the lobby restroom.
Yeah, it's a classic tour bus rule. No twos on the bus.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome, dude.
How about yours?
Here's my vacation rule for the week. It's vacation rule number 211.
Nice.
Make sure your travel mates pay for their portion of the hotel room bill up front. It's a lot harder to collect from someone who just posted bail for himself and his new pet monkey.
That's a lot of money going out the door there, Thomas.
It is.
100% agree. You have to get that money up front, because when people are sunburnt and arrested and they've just bought novelty T-shirts, they don't have that hotel money.
It's also like, it's so exciting when you're looking forward to it before you've done the thing. It's like, but you're going to cut the check, especially if it feels like there's a barrier to entry to getting to go. But once it's already happened, once you've already got all the magic, real hard to get a Venmo request from somebody and fork over that $300, especially, when you've got this new pet monkey you got in Costa Rica that you're paying immigration, legal bills for, you're paying vet bills, and now you got to buy monkey diapers.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cash out the door. So get the money up front.
By the way, after vacation or any time, is there anything sadder or just that sits with you worse than a Venmo request?
No.
Like, I get, like, if you're there and you're like, hey, okay, we're divvying up the thing, I'm just going to send you a request, whatever. But do you ever get a Venmo request kind of out of the blue from somebody? Not out of the blue, but like, you owe them money. I don't like to owe people money, but like, where they send you a Venmo request, and I'm like, ugh, it just feels gross.
I only get one. Actually, I don't get a Venmo request. I do get a text request to Venmo every week from one of the pickle boys. We got to pay for those court fees, Chip.
See, that's an established thing. Yep. We get it. It's like, boom, got it. I have no problem with that.
That's something funny to do. Like, I can't believe so many people leave their Venmo payments public.
Oh, public? Yeah, that is horrifically embarrassing.
there's currently a current Saturday Night Live cast member who just like leaves it public, and I'm just like, I know everybody you're Venmoing for some reason. Everybody that has your phone number knows everybody you Venmo.
It's incredible.
It's it's kind of weird, but I do think there's a great opportunity, and I haven't done it, but like to just hit your buddy with an insane request for way too much money.
Yeah, and then just put a description of what he's paying for.
You stole my booze junior year in college.
Mm-hmm.
That bottle today, if it had been stored correctly, is worth blah blah blah. Give me $2,000.
Yeah.
or just send them something suspicious that would make their significant other worry.
Right.
Do it publicly. You can really have a lot of fun with Venmo. Having fun with Venmo.
Having fun with Venmo is our next podcast that will be coming out in 2026.
We got to learn more about money before that starts.
Yeah, we do.
We learned about traveler's checks last week. That was an eye-opener.
Mm-hmm.
But we still don't know how to get or keep money.
No.
I assume being obsessed with expensive vacations is not helping us keep those bank accounts padded.
Not at all.
All right. Well, those are vacation rules. We've got some Buffett facts, baby.
Yeah, we do. Speaking of Venmo, I have a Buffett fact that I think you're really going to like.
I love a nice tie-in, Chip.
I've got a Buffett fact you're going to like. You ready?
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett was a computer genius. The only emails he ever sent were out-of-office automatic replies.
Oh. That is an email genius, dude. And that's so right up his alley.
Yeah.
Should we all be so lucky? Do you do the out-of-office reply?
I don't believe I've ever done it. No. Because I don't really have an office to be out of. I'm going to be honest with you, Thomas. How about you? Did you ever do it?
When you're working on shows, you have to do it. But we'll figure it out. We'll get some fun out of replies for Chip Chantry's Thanksgiving in Paradise.
Yeah, we will.
This Thanksgiving,
yes.
We'll get it done. But yeah, I bet he had a good one, and he was seldom in an office, I think.
No.
All right, my Buffett fact for the week is Jimmy Buffett never ran with the Bulls in Pamplona, but he did start one heck of a conga line with them.
It's beautiful. That's exactly what Jimmy Buffett would do. He's turning a negative into a positive. He's an animal lover. Let's not chase these things. Let's not have these things chase us. Yeah. Let's have a cocktail and dance to some steel drum music.
Yeah, dude. And the Bulls got right on board. You're not supposed to be able to neutralize that much testosterone, but Jimmy could.
No.
Jimmy could. He could just turn that into good vibes, all that raw aggression into a great time.
Beautiful. Great fact.
Thank you, buddy. And I will say this, great episode, dude.
Great ep. Great ep.
Thanks so much for joining us, for sticking around. This is the Sunburnt podcast where we talk about comedy and tropical travel. Until next time.
Don't get stuck in any water slides.
and stay burnt. Front desk.
Hi, this is Mr. Chantry in room 308. I'm trying to work my thermostat. I'd like the room temperature to be below 70 degrees.
Okay, that's no problem.
But higher than 68 degrees.
Oh, you want it to be that temperature that is pleasurable for both a man and a woman.
Yes.